Greetings there, fellow explorers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Space Haven Finding Eden. Episode 17, Making Our Way to the Siren World. So the salvage tasks are done, transfers are done, mining is done, so once the trade is done, we could be on our way. The other thing we might want to consider is to... This is for infra. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to unpause these, like, lower efficiency grow beds just to make sure that we're keeping up with food production, because we have 8 people now, you know, 7 and a refugee. I think it's wise to make sure that we are providing plentiful food. Because up until now, like, our food's been pretty good, but we don't have, like, an overabundance of power, so I've been focusing on the power, but it would be good to make sure that, you know, we're producing a ton of fertilizer, and we have a lot of chems for it, right? We have 35 chems and tons of fertilizer, so we might as well just, like, grow more food. Because everyone buys food, they, you know, other ships, like, love to purchase it, so it's fine. Alright, so the trades are done. Let's get going. Uh-oh. Energium explosion for the Exodus fleet? Wait. Oh, because this is Hyperium. Okay, yeah, okay. I was like, wait, didn't I just solve this? But no, it's the other one. Wait, no, there's... Okay, yeah, so we're looking for an Energium cloud. Got it. I'm just going to drop off at these mining points and, like, quickly grab the Energium. Now, this Energium is only good for me. It isn't the type of Energium that the fleet needs. The fleet needs orders of magnitude more Energium than what you're seeing here. Which is why, you know, heading to these tiny little asteroids with Energium is not the solution that the Exodus is asking for. And the night crew mined so quickly we're already done. Oh my goodness. I don't know why things aren't getting built, though. That bit's a little strange, that the building tasks I had queued up are just, like, essentially getting ignored. So here we are in a okay. So fuel boosted because they got the Hyperium. So at least they have a surplus of fuel. They have me to thank for that. I scouted that myself. And we got rogue bots. On. What time of day is it? Oh, they sent out a signal. Alright, it's about to get a little rough. I think I'm going to tell them not to collect anything at the moment. Near this ship, obviously, the EMS lander. Because we have rogue bots incoming and I want people ready. I will, because there is an immediate need for... Okay, they're already here. The moment I turn this off, they show up. Okay, so we're going to want to defend it. There's also robots over here on this asteroid. Chilling and waiting to attack me if we get close to it. So if we want to mine that ice, we're going to have to fight for it, which is fine. This system might not be worth staying at due to the frequency of the robots that are coming. I'm going to ask you guys whether you want me to skedaddle or not. I'm going to leave it up to you. Should I stay? It's only for a little bit of ice and a derelict. I don't mind staying, I really don't, but, like, I'll have you decide. Now that these grow beds are getting done, I'm gonna grow, let's say, fruit, root, nut, fruit. So this would be root in that pattern. And this would be nuts. Oh, they almost burnt my shields. Oh, no, they did break my shields. For what it's worth, it looks like the rogue bots didn't send out another signal. I think we're done. So given that, I can update the priority. I mean, obviously they're still on this asteroid, like, dormant. So they might send up another signal anyway, but it looks like the biggest of the threat is done. So poll, I refreshed the poll, so because I don't think it always lets you change your decision. And it doesn't look like there's, it does not look like there's going to be a merchant alliance, or merchant federation, whatever they are, here, in this sector, either. Sorry, Miranda. So weird. They keep taking the starfighter out for like a second and then just reparking it. It's like, what are you doing? You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. It's funny, if you do that in a car, it's I don't know how true this is, but I've read it that like turning a car on very, very briefly and not letting it run is, like, ultimately not very good for it. If you constantly do it, like, over and over and over again. Yeah, they're joyriding. I did actually want to take, Otrod out in it on purpose. Where's Quack just... Oh, where is Quack going? Oh, to shoot down an asteroid. Military Alliance is coming in. Okay, that's going to help with whatever bots we have, and it looks like we are staying. So, Blue Panther, Marauder, Wishbringer, and Ocherot. Draft and get in. I'm going to go to the Derelict first, because I was going to clear the mining site out, but now that the now that the Military Alliance is coming, I'd rather claim this for salvage before they have a possibility of doing it. And we got more bugs, so we'll keep our eyes open for the brutal haulers that like to smash us. Come on, buggies. I'm right here. Let's dance. I know I don't play fair. I bait you out. You respond to my lure, and then I'm nowhere to be found. Oh god, there he is. Alright, so we got some open wounds, but no real... like, we're fine. Except for now I'm having Wishbringer tank for no reason. Because I'm a potato. And that's probably all the threat here. Oh, no, it is not. Come on, door kicker. Was it a slave collar? Well, that's probably a memory of your last employment. Your last gig. And we're done. EMS lander is cleared. Infratech energy, not that there's any energy, and then we can also go for the loose stuff. Does Wish still have the color? Like the orange color? Yes. I mean, as a joke, I put it on him. It's not like it's required, but I have him dressed as orange as a way to make up for the fact that he used to be a slaver. You know, like you do. Oh, collar in inventory? No, that was on the ground. I didn't pick it up. Because that would be illegal. Alright, Starfighter. I'm gonna have enlisted. Looks like Quack, are you a good pilot? No, you're not. Return home. I was really hoping for Ocharat to hop. I guess Ocharat's tired. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for Ocharat to be not tired. And have Ocharat clear out the mining site. Yeah, it's too bad you guys didn't park here and like protect me from the asteroids, but we know. You're selfish. Or whatever. So in the morning when Ocharat's like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, we'll have him hop into the fighter pilot and clear out those two rogue robots that are out in the field. Yeah, I really wonder what the... Oh, they both left. I really wonder what the deal is with the, like, taking out for, like, a second joyride. Because it's not like it happens infrequently. I could turn it off on logistics if I don't want them doing it, hypothetically. I think they're probably trying to, like, defend the ship from asteroids, but it ultimately just looks silly. Alright, so Ocharat, you are in. So I want you to attack robots. I have no idea where the sound went. Oh, there it is. And the robots are dead. Now we can get our ice. I don't know why you're patrolling. You, return home. You're good. That's why we have an X-Wing? Exactly. It would be actually very dangerous, and thank you for the cheer, by the way. It'd be very dangerous for us to do that, to, like, mine that as they're occupying it, because, like, our mining pod would get destroyed, and then you might get marooned out here and have to, like, just, you know, drift back in a suit. It would be a potentially very dangerous situation, so I'm glad that that got remedied. And, that we have the, Arkansas Smith 3, X-Wing. Or, sorry, not to call it X-Wing, 4-wing. George Lucas, please. I didn't call it an X-Wing, I promise. The green dot? The green dot's just like, ore that we shot. It's just sitting there. I mean, we could collect it if we want to process it into some basic metals. It's not worth much, if you're wondering. So the mining is almost done, and the derelict is done. So as soon as we get that last ice, we'll be on our way. Ooh, civilians are coming back. I might want to wait for the civilians to see if there's, like, meaningful trade to do with them. Perhaps. Still hasn't made any friends, huh? To be fair, Blue Panther's been here a lot longer, and he still hasn't made significant friends either. Easier said than done. Alright, so here it is. These guys again. I don't think, even at a second pass, there's much that we want from them. I suppose I wouldn't mind getting some more artificial meat to diversify our diets, and I'll just sell some basic metals that we don't need, some soft blocks, subsidizing it, because coin doesn't really take up space, so it's always good to part with to get more coin. Yeah, I could reduce the patrol area, or just simply say it is not allowed to, you know, shoot down and engage asteroids. Because I don't really need it to engage asteroids. I have shields and I have point defense. So I'll just click that button and it won't bother with the asteroids, and that should keep it from... Because it just... what's happening is it is, like, positioning itself to shoot down asteroids, but it never does it. It's just circling, so I'll just turn that off entirely. A quick check to see if our diets are good. No one's got any deficiencies or anything like that. Good, good, good. All right. Guess we're on our way. Trade's done. So we have one more important point of interest here for the Energium. And then we'll make our way over to Iota finally. It's been a long journey to the scanning station Siren world, I must say. Moseying on over. How good is solar? Is it useful? Ultimately, once you have a lot of, like, it's useful, but, like, on a ship that does a lot of processing and an industry, it's not going to help you a ton because it takes up a lot of room for the power it generates. But it will help to lessen your reliance on Energium, and really what it's best at, I would say, is if you are truly out of power, it lets you not die, because, like, as long as you're in a system that has some solar output, you can divert your power to, you know, life support or whatever. It keeps you from being completely blacked out and out of gas if you are a Firefly fan. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, would say it's useful for that. That was weird. There was like a brief moment of lack of oxygen. Oxygen's high everywhere, so I think it was just like a micro breach that Jazz was standing on or something. All right, jump. I don't know why I didn't do that sooner. And over. Nope. Stop offering that same stupid mission. I didn't want it before. I still don't want it now. Or that one. Still don't want that one either. So I'm just going to get the basics of the chems, the energy, and the Hyperium, and nothing else. And we'll be on our way to the next zone. Yeah, or you could keep your industry totally off and turning it on in high solar systems. Exactly. You know, there's ways to make it useful. It's not like a cure-all where you can just ignore power generation once you have solar. Unless you have like a massive ship full of solar panels, which at a certain point you will be subsidizing your energy for the addition of Hyperium. Because like at some point, if your ship is so massive, then jumping becomes a problem. But of course that equation is not true for stations, because stations don't have to jump. So for stations, it's definitely going to be a little bit more useful because you don't have to calculate the mass added. It's just space on the asteroid or whatever. I'll check again for trades, but I don't think there's going to be anything new. No, not really. Unless I want to sell fruits to them. Don't really care. So I think we're finally out of scrap, right? Just about? Yeah, we've been, oh, that sucks. Oh, that's not a good spot for that. Guys. Fight it, please. That sucks. Where's the closest? Don't I have a scrubber right here? I do. Well, it's good news that the vent was closed. So there's bad temperature here, which is in its own right a risk. What is the temperature? Seriously? Oh, okay, I guess it is getting legit hot. I was gonna say, like, 33 Celsius. Oh no! That's gonna kill my potatoes? Okay, apparently yes. It is gonna kill my potatoes. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why to keep... Okay, it is super, super, super hot elsewhere. That's one of the reasons to keep the vents closed, is then, you know, you're less likely to lose stuff due to fires and the like. The temperature is too high. So, where is the closest thermoregulator that is working? The other thing I could do, I think I'm just gonna let it play out. But I was gonna say I could, like, vent it, but the temperature is regulating quick enough that it's gonna be a self-correcting problem. Yeah, as you can see, it's cooling down already. Yep, it's back to normal-ish. Like, if it's really, 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 really bad, what you can do is you can isolate your farm and just, like, require suits for the whole ship, including your refugees, and then vent everything out to space, so you can start back from zero, which is going to be obviously very cold, which is also a destructive environment. But yeah, that was a really bad fire, because it was, like, deep in the system core area. But we're good. Temperature normal, smoke normal, no hazards. And we lost a single... What did we lose? A single fruit. Could have been worse. Not my berries. Or something. Although that gas scrubber broke in the process. That's funny. You broke doing the one thing you were supposed to. Scrubbing the gas. Fix our ship farts. Okay, all chems are done. We are ready to spool up and move on. We are almost at our weight max. So I'll be a little bit more careful about the mass I add to the ship at this point, so that we don't go overweight and need more engines. I could afford more engines, like I could put them in, but I'd rather not if I could help it. 4 is good for now. So at this point, we are... ready to hyper jump, I think. Whoa, look, it's the meeting of all the races. And we're heading down to Iota, where we are trying to build a scanning station. Merchants! Okay, I'm gonna park myself here. There's nothing here, but merchants are incoming. So this is all about waiting for the merchants to arrive, so that Miranda can finally be off our ship, because she's been stranded here. She's probably like, am I a slave? I mean, we're not paying her, right? Technically, we're not paying anyone. But, like, she hasn't been able to leave in a long time. But she's about to depart because 2 Merchant Federation ships are incoming, so. After this, we have a quest to go somewhere around here. So we'll just hop our way over, resource hoovering up everything on the way. Poor Panther losing his friend. Yeah, well, he's gonna have to get better at making other ones. At least he's in a great mood now. And there it is, research completed. So we have the surgical enhancement facility to do implants. It's not that I'm like about to sign up for that. Additionally, all the other implants require a more human dissection. You've already like popped the top of that Pandora's box. So, you know, I guess it's fine if we keep doing it, but what research do you want next? So, just to recap, you had previously voted by very small margin that we were going to wait For more efficiency power generators to jump to the better power. Ship systems would be weapons console, which I don't remember queuing up, but apparently we already have partials. I think it's because we dismantled weapons consoles and auto turrets, I would assume. For industry, I would do industry 2, working towards like assembly and optronics. Crew equipment, we could unlock maybe some weapon attachments or bulletproof vests. Having more bulletproof vests would be really nice. But that requires fabrics to experiment on, which I'm not certain we have. Maybe we have. If we don't have fabrics, we could always get advanced disassembly to disassemble soft blocks for fabrics. And then, yeah. So it looks like crew equipment, and I think I want bulletproof vests initially, if that's going to win out. And it looks like power is the close second, so I'll queue behind it X2 power generator. I know I didn't leave this up very long, but, like, it's good enough. So the surgical suite, I'm not gonna, like, install just yet. I mean, I don't think there's an immediate need to start to augment our bodies. So the augmentations that we have so far, if anyone should get the ocular implant, which I get, it would be pretty useful. It would be someone like Marauder, who's our, like, gunner. But I don't have a lot of space for it. Alright, so this is definitely going to be Merchants Federation going, yo, you have Miranda. Is she free? So we'll answer the phone and say, yes, she is. Spacefarer, searching for our fellow merchants, broadcast emergency. Yes, we have refugees on board. And you are willing to give me a reward, so you are offering, oh, that's pretty nice. Yes, here you go. And you're welcome, Stephanie. And also, like, let's trade. Pausing for a second. They got Energium, they have a lot of energy blocks too. Pretty cheap too. I wouldn't mind a few breaching charges, just in case I, like, get to a type of derelict that, like, blowing up a wall would be very, 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 very helpful. So, yeah. And we'll take your Energium. Always. Alright, what are we going to sell? I've got a bunch of carbon. It's not expensive, but, like, I could part with it and be fine. Chems. I don't really want to part with my med supplies. One soft block, let's say. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll lose some coin, but I'm fine with that. And that's the trade with the Ranger. So, what about... Oh, Oblivion, huh? I recognize that name. For the Oblivion... Always take energy. Interestingly, I think I'm going to part with some energy cells for the... because it's, like, processed energy. That's good enough. Wow, look at that ship. Shields much? I have, like, one little dinky shield, and they're like, ha! We have a whole array. That you do. Big man. So Miranda's gone. Blue Panther, how many friends do you have? Well, I guess technically you still have a friend. They're just not here anymore. I think I'm gonna make the interesting decision to move my med beds down there. It's closer to the shuttle, which is like where you would want your medicine to be. And that's going to open up a lot of space in my research room, potentially for like the surgical suite sometime down the line. And then I'll move the medical cabinet like right outside that room. Feel bad for her. Like the minute she's released, we like repurpose her room. Not that she's ever coming back. Just reminds me of the joke of like, well, you know, I moved out of my parents' place, and within a second, it was now an office or studio or pottery room. That's the biggest insult. Oh, you were waiting for me to move out so you could have a pottery wheel? I see how important I am. Don't forget the lights. Oh, they're already moved. You probably commented that prior, but still. So, better med beds. And then, the other part of it is Wishbringer's bed is kind of in the way now. I don't have a better place for it, though. So, I suppose what I could do is this. Put a wall in here. And put Wishbringer over there and free up this whole area back here instead. That's what I'll do. Okay, so the trades are done. Let's jump while we're making these changes. So really like to finally get to that Siren world. And sorry about the lack of a bed, Wish. He's just like, alright, well, curl up in a ball and cry. How about you don't? There you go. Occupant, yeah, okay, that's all set. We have got Ice Baby with the Derelict. So the zone we are instructed to go to is this one, I think. So we'll head down that way, but I'm going to get the Hyperium first. Not that it's urgent. We have so much Hyperium. Oh my god, there's 9 of... Oh no, there's not 9, there's 4. Still, that's a lot. I think we're doing pretty good. I mean, it's weird not to have guns this late in the game. But, happy with our progress. So, bulletproof vest. You are unable to pass... Are we... I don't have fabrics, do I? I really don't. Okay. Well, maybe I'll try to buy some. So that we can actually make progress in that research. I think for now, we'll work on the X2 power gen, which is, I believe, what we were doing anyway, because we have energy rods and energium for it. And then, once we have the resources to research bulletproof vest, we'll switch the priority back around. So the current priority is head to the Siren world and get armor. And if we ended up wanting the surgical enhancement facility, which, I mean, we could do. We could put it in whenever we wanted to. I'm just going to wait for more of the priority of the Siren world, because that's been... The Exodus fleet's been waiting a very long time for that. In all of my, like, playtesting, I've never had to do that many jumps for it, though. Most ever was, like, 2, not, like, 4. Mephisto and Door Slammer. These are new ships to me. They've got cheap meat. I'm all about that. And cheap meds. Meds is interesting because meds is something that like typically other ships need. So buying it while it's cheap kind of makes sense. They also have an SMG, which I'll buy as well. So a whole lot of good trade. Way more than I thought I was going to do. I only have 2 root veggies? For real? Okay, hold on to what I have. And then Door Slammer, what about you? You've got cheap fuel, and you want to buy nuts and seeds, which I have a bajillion of. So here's... you can eat my nuts. Capture the person. You want me to capture a slave master. And Sigma in the... Okay. And you want... Okay. The pay for this isn't terrible, but I'm like a Pathfinder. I think I'm going to veto that quest only because I don't have a prison facility and I don't have a whole lot of armor yet. Oh, speaking of armor, you don't have fabrics, do you? No. No. Question for you guys. Should I research fabric botany in order to get the bulletproof vests? Yeah or nay? Or wait, hold on. Fabric botany or disassembly? So there's 2 ways to get it. You could grow fibers for fabrics down here, where you create fibers as like a plant type. Or you could get advanced disassembly to be able to like disassemble stuff back into their like base components. And I'm just curious if you think I should get either of those techs, and if yes, I'll have you vote on which one it is. Because I could go either way, it doesn't really matter. There's 2 ways to solve this. And once the trade's done, we'll push on towards our destination. So, okay, it's pretty clear that you want me to do that. Which? Botany fibers or disassembly? So if we do botany fibers, I'm also going to have to pair that with a microweaver. The microweaver takes fibers to turn it into fabrics. But, well, whatever. I mean, you know, it's the same sort of solution, I guess. Okay, the trade is done, and we can jump. Oof. That was a lot of rocks. Thank you for tuning in to Space Haven Finding Eden, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I'm not, however, looking for feedback. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Pathfinders.